And they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Rodgers now on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man. That's Allison. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They'll come up on a 3rd and 4 here to start things out. From the shotgun is Trubisky. To Gabriel, middle of the field. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Recon, 152 fighter.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Rashawn Gary showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Check motion, 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 motion. Move, move, move. Hey, Delta.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, and he's going to go down again. Kenny Clark, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
24 is the mark. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. And watch the slip.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Trevor Davis, deep for Green Bay. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now it's Rodgers, and this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half. One that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half.
And now look at him go. Past the 20. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Hey, 18.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Trubisky to throw. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First down, a run with Cohen. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Allison, complete. And they work this out past the 25. He's now just 3 yards shy of 197 yards receiving on the contest and a 1st down. Rodgers now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. That'll go as a loss of 5. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. 38 yards. And the Packers are back within a score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now it's Trubisky. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Jones. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
I'm coming.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Escaping the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Alpha. Hey. 24 is the mic. Here we go.
Now Trubisky back into his end zone. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Trubisky from his end zone on 3rd and long. Finding Gabriel complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They go again with Davis. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And Trubisky down to a knee, and that is all she wrote.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.